Hi, I'm Peggy with HormoneTherapyHub.com. I'm an HRT patient reviewer. I've paid for all of my HRT out of pocket or with my insurance when I was able. So I've been a patient of both Midi Health and Inner Balance. These two providers are vastly different, but equally popular in Google search results. If you are considering either of these two providers, keep watching to learn if there are any similarities, their differences, and what you could expect to pay out of pocket with both. So the estradiol patch, also known as the estrogen patch, was introduced and approved by the FDA in the late 1990s, so over 35 years ago. Since that time, in the past 10 years, the only other FDA-approved products have been non-hormonal drugs like Veozah and Lynkuet, which treat hot flashes by blocking a specific brain chemical. Oh, and they also introduced a generic version of Premarin, which is conjugated estrogens from female horses. That was also introduced. Yuck. Our mothers took this before 2002. Did you realize that? So there's also been a huge focus on improved HRT delivery methods to improve efficacy and reduce risks. New research focuses on achieving a more controlled hormone release to minimize side effects compared to older methods like the transdermal patch. I should also add that menopause symptoms are caused by a drop in hormones, and using a product that blocks a brain chemical doesn't address the root cause issue, a decrease in your hormones. Estrogen is beneficial for your brain, your bones, and your heart. What good does it do to block a hot flash if you're not treating the root cause of the problem, a hormone deficiency? So traditional topical estradiol creams that you rub on your inner thighs or inner arms were introduced and approved by the FDA in 1984, so over 40 years ago. But for many women, the topical creams don't absorb well enough to provide a systemic effect, meaning it doesn't treat the whole body. Many end up transitioning to other formulas for more systemic outcome. Okay, so now let's review Midi Health. So Midi Health operates much like a traditional doctor's office, only they conduct appointments via telehealth rather than in person. They work with many of the larger, well-known medical insurance providers. Should you choose to become a patient of Midi Health, you'll use your medical insurance for appointments and your prescription insurance for medications that you'll pick up at your local pharmacy. The initial 30-minute consultation is $250 if you're paying out of pocket, but they do accept HSA credit cards. If Midi Health accepts your medical insurance, you'll pay your copay, whatever that is, based on where you are with deductions for the insurance year. Be sure to check their website to inquire as to whether they accept your medical insurance. They didn't take mine, and so I had to pay the $250 out of pocket for the consultation. And then when I picked up my HRT prescriptions at my local CVS, here is what I paid using my prescription insurance that is offered by my full-time employer. So the first item was an estradiol patch, which was $31.03 for a 90-day supply. The second was an estradiol vaginal insert, which was $44.80 for a 90-day supply. The progesterone caplets were $20.81, also for a 90-day supply. So in addition to the cost of the prescriptions, you'll also have to pay for your consultations, so be sure to factor that in when you are comparing costs. Most HRT doctors will want to see you 3 to 4 times per year for refills and follow-up, so be sure to take those fees for those consultations into consideration. Midi Health primarily prescribes the age-old, long-established estradiol patch, progesterone tablets, and the estrogen vaginal cream combo. These products have been on the market for decades with little innovation or updating since their introduction more than 35 years ago. They are FDA approved, though so is Premarin, which we learned earlier is an HRT tablet made from the urine of a pregnant mare. I can't speak for you, but if the FDA considers horse urine-derived hormones an acceptable option, it makes me wonder what other questionable products are they willing to sign off on. Anyway, so now let's look at Oestra. So the Oestra cream by Inner Balance is a compounded bioidentical hormone cream that requires vaginal delivery via your fingers or vaginal applicator. Oestra is not intended to be rubbed topically on your inner arms or thighs. The ingredients in Oestra are FDA approved, but the formulation and delivery method hasn't been submitted for formal FDA approval as of yet. So the most common benefits reported are significant improvement in vaginal dryness, an improvement in sleep quality, mood and mental health, energy levels, and then sexual function. And then did I mention sleep? Because for me, the sleep has been the absolute number one thing that makes me love Oestra. So Balance, the company that makes Oestra, doesn't accept prescription insurance, but you can use your HSA credit card. There is no additional cost for an HRT clinician visit if it's needed, or to chat or message with their staff if you have questions. Now, in all honesty, I wasn't thrilled about the vaginal delivery aspect of Oestra at first, but after juggling 3 separate prescriptions, right? So I had twice a week, I had to change out my patch, take progesterone every single night, and then twice a week I had to remember to do those vaginal inserts or the creams. It started to feel like just a lot to keep track of. So in comparison, taking something just once a day quickly became familiar, simple, and so much easier to manage. And here's what makes Oestra different. So first, it's a vaginal mucosa delivery with systemic, meaning whole body, benefits. 2, Oestra bypasses the liver's first pass metabolism to reduce unwanted metabolites. Number 3, Oestra delivers consistent and stable blood levels, which have been shown with vaginal delivery HRT specifically versus traditional patch or tablets. And number 4, Oestra treats the whole body. It's not just intended for vaginal dryness. So when I started Oestra, I was already on the estradiol patch, progesterone tablets, and vaginal inserts. And then when I transitioned to Oestra, I felt equally as good. But the best part was the immediate improvement in my sleep, along with the simplicity of once per day administration of only one product. I fall asleep faster and I stay asleep longer now that I've switched to Oestra. Balance prescribes Oestra as a subscription. The cost for months 1 through 6 is $199 per month, and then starting on month 7, the cost is reduced to $99 per month, and that's ongoing forever. You can use Peggy 10 for 10% off your order, or see my website, hormonetherapyhub.com. The initial jar of Oestra contains enough cream for a full 3 months. And even if at your 3-month checkup, your Balance clinician, if you are prescribed to increase your dose to 2 pumps daily, your cost doesn't increase. And for me, that's comforting. It's nice to know that the cost remains the same regardless of my dosage. That I can budget around. So in this side-by-side comparison, Oestra gets my vote every time. It's a new-to-market product, and based on its creator's notion that vaginal delivery better mimics how our bodies made hormones in our 20s, I'm a believer. The improvement in my sleep is the biggest factor for me compared to the old-fashioned patch plus pill combination that you can get from any HRT provider like Midi Health. Yes, Oestra costs a bit more, but over the course of the first year, it's an average of like $149 per month, and then just $99 per month on year 2. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and then be sure to grab the link in my website, hormonetherapyhub.com, for more reviews and coupon codes to get started. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video.